Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is Thursday, November 13th, and the moon is in Virgo. So, woo, what a difference a day makes. So, a couple of interesting things, observations about yesterday and just the last few days. Yesterday I spoke of a conjunction between Mercury, which is retrograde in Sag, and Mars, which is now in Sag, and the ruler of Sagittarius being just having stationed retrograde in Cancer. Sagittarius and Cancer have a relationship. They have a relationship that's uncomfortable with each other. And just the nature of the time, of course, is uncomfortable. We're very uncomfortable. It's not just Mercury. It's not just Jupiter. It's not just Sag. It's not just Cancer. But I do want to point out that America does have, if you look at the Sibley chart, which is one of the more popular charts for the United States, has a Sag ascendant, so we see the world as a Sag, but who we really are Cancers, right? Cancer is the nurturer. Cancer wants a home, they want safety, they want a better place for their family, they're very security minded, they can be very patriotic, and yet that Sagittarius is like, I want freedom. So in America, there's always this bit of a rub, and it's also seen in the fact that the moon in the Sibley chart is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is about, it's freedom, but it's also, it's freedom for all, right? It's freedom for all. It's equal opportunity. And so we can take those freedom-oriented, equal opportunity and nurturing energies, and we can stir them into a stew that makes America a bastion for a better way to live, right? Assuming that we go along with our democratic principles. But we could also stir that stew up, and it could be what America, quite frankly, is seen as what we're experiencing with America, stranger danger, and I have my own personal rights, and Aquarius is also sort of the iconoclast or the anarchist, right? We can mix it up in that way too, and I think that at any moment in our history we can be one or the other. And I think it's time for us to start mixing up the stew and making it the first one I spoke of. So today the moon in Virgo wants to fix what's broken, and it actually makes a square to Mercury and to Mars, both of those in Sag. And the square it makes, remember the moon is sort of our personal everyday experience. It makes a last quarter crisis in consciousness square. It is a square about revolt and rebellion. It's a rebellious square, but it's also a square that indicates that while we feel we can't go back to what we were, we're not quite sure of what's ahead. We're not quite sure. It's unformed. The future is unformed. And it's a very difficult place to be, but it's also a very powerful place to be. And we're kind of in that place. Now, yesterday there was Alida Grivalda, I'm sorry if I said her name wrong, was finally put in to the House of Representatives. Things were signed. She signed the Epstein thing. All this information came out from Epstein's his family, I guess that's not the phrase, but that's what I'm going to say. His family, or his estate, and then they got some records from the Republicans, and the Democrats got some records, and it really looks bad for DJT. But of course, those of us who've been paying attention from the very beginning, we're like, hold on a second. Is it surprising us? No. Is it surprising anyone? No. But, this is something you have to see the proof, right? So the proof is here. The proof is out. He's blah, 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 and the rats of the ship are running in all directions. They will eat each other. Disgusting. Eventually, if we let them. We have to keep the pressure up on them and all of that. But remember, you got to know where you're going. And so let's spend our time visualizing the world we want to see, and then taking the steps to get there. Because the old guard is falling away and falling apart. The old, it is. And so we have to have an idea. There was a giant geomagnetic storm the last 2 days. And here in Massachusetts, we did have the Aurora Borealis. I did not, I sort of saw it. I went out one night and noticed that everything looked red, which was weird. But I didn't think to look up to see if it was coming from the sky. But it was a very, very powerful geomagnetic storm. And so the atmosphere is very disrupted, and it can be very difficult on the physical body. So I want you all to take it easy. You have to take it easy. You can still visualize the future. You can still take steps, but know that this can be very difficult on the physical body and certainly on the emotions. But it does get things moving. There are new energies coming in, new consciousness, new souls, and that's progress, guys, and it's coming. So let's take care of ourselves. If you need time off, I have been promising the 11/11 portal reading. I have not been able to do it. And weirdly, first time I think I saw somebody do a portal reading was Amanda Ellis. And I think she's been doing them for like 12 years. She didn't do it this year. I don't really follow her quite anymore ever since she said she liked DeSantis. I'm like, I don't know, this sounds weird to me. But she does have some good stuff out there. But she couldn't do it and she doesn't feel good. And I know a lot of psychics and sensitives out there are feeling sick. So make sure you're taking care of yourselves. I myself have had a bit of a headache for like a couple of days. I don't usually have headaches. So I know that it's a shift. It's a big shift happening. So be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. The Virgo Moon is a great moon to take care of your health and well-being. All right. Take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Mystic Sisters on this channel on Saturday. Come join us. Until then, much love. Namaste.